morning. Erev Shabbat Shalom and Torah. Today is the 20th day of the Omer, and this morning we will learn the 20th step for acquiring Torah. The 20th step, according to the Mishnah and Masechet Avot, is Erech Apayim. Erech Apayim literally translated means slow to get angry. In our words, the word would be patient. Very good. Savlanut. To have patience. Now, having patience has many, and no anger has many benefits. We're going to go through a couple of them, and we're going to go through ones which specifically have to do with learning Torah. The first is, the Talmud tells us that anyone who gets angry, if they are a Chacham, if they are wise, if they have any wisdom, they will lose it. Doesn't mean they'll lose it right away, lose all of it, part of it. Whichever way we want to look at that, it's definitely a wise thing not to get angry, so one does not lose their wisdom or any of the knowledge that they have amassed and they have already taken in. Another aspect when it comes to learning Torah is that if a person is short-tempered and not patient, they will have a very hard time, if any possibility at all, teaching others, sharing with others. We know that there's different aspects of learning Torah. There's learning from a teacher, there is learning with a peer, and then there is teaching a student. So when it comes to all three of them, if a person's quick-tempered and not patient, they'll never be able to learn from their rabbi. If a person's quick-tempered and not patient, they'll never be able to learn from a colleague or a friend. And all the more so, and this is the most detrimental, you'll never be able to share or teach anything that you have learned to another, which impairs an individual from climbing up the ladder of Chokhmah and steps to acquiring Torah in the greatest way, in the deepest way possible. This is all besides for the other problems or issues that comes along with anger. Anger destroys a person spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. Rav Chaim Vital, the prime student of the Arizal, writes in Sha'arei Kedusha, quoted from different parts of the Zohar, that a person who gets angry is tantamount. It's equal to them worshiping idols. And at that moment, their pure and holy soul that God gave the individual escapes, and now it's replaced with a soul of impurity. This is every single time a person gets angry. That's in a spiritual sense. In an emotional sense, a person who is angry is not well. In the fact that when someone's angry, they'll do things, they'll say things that they might never would have done. If you look at the person, it's a crazy person. Only a crazy person could say such a thing. Only a crazy person can do such a thing. Because a person, when angry, does not have control over their emotions and their decisions, and they can do horrible, life-changing things. Now, the third aspect of it, of physicality, we know nowadays with the development of science and technology, but this was known many, many, many years ago, centuries ago, that anger also brings physical ailment to the body. It's known that main arteries get clogged because of anger, and other issues in the brain, and in the blood, and in the heart, and on and on and on and on, and in the muscles, and the tension, and the stress, and the back. Some people have their back pulled every week or every 2 weeks. It comes from anger, it comes from stress, it comes from a lack of bitachon and emunah kadosh baruch hu. So spiritually, emotionally, and physically, for one's own health, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and also to learn, and also to teach, and also to grow. So number 20 is a big one. It's a big one, especially as men, as parents, when we need to deal with children, when we need to deal with customers, when we deal with any individual. Erech Apayim, being slow to get angry, having patience, taking it all from a Kadosh Baruch Hu, and Bezat Hashem, with this midah, with this trait, we will be able to acquire the Torah in an even greater facet, in a deeper way, with much success to us and our families. Amen. Tonight we have